Good evening. Does the picture seem grainy to you? It does to me. My hair seems grainy in my face. I just updated OBS to 32.00. It just doesn't look as good. Anyways, it is Friday, September 24th. I don't think I've ever posted on a Wednesday. No special reason other than I get home late generally, but holy smokes, so much stuff. I never write this all down, so it might come in a bit of a slipshod manner. The one location where we're filming almost the final scene, very crucial, not that they aren't all crucial. I've only visited once and I haven't been over there since I visited, and I haven't really spoken with a lady much. All I had was a Facebook contact, and so for at least a week I've been saying, hey, blah, 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 I'd like to come over, take another look. And she hasn't replied. And I'm getting a little worried. Fortunately, this morning she did reply, and I got her phone number now. And I think I'm going to go over tomorrow just to take a look around and with the actual camera. Oh, that's right. I have to take the camera. Shoot. Mental note, take camera to work. And then the house where we're shooting most of the stuff, the lady had said when we were over there scouting the last time that they were having some electrical issues because they had a barn fire a year ago and they still haven't completely fixed it. And so the electric company said that they were going to fix it at some point, and when they did, they'd have to turn all the electricity off in her barn, her garages, her house, and everything. And it was getting delayed. And she's like, it might overlap when you're filming, so I don't know what's going to happen. The most recent message I got was that it probably is going to happen before we're there. So I don't know. I told her we had some flexibility whether we shoot inside or outside. So we'll see how that goes. I called our bank today and found out about getting some money that I need. It was kind of a funny conversation. Originally I was going to have a roll of money, like people like the gangsters sort of roll it up or whatever. And then I realized that, of course, it normally comes flat and you get like 120s or 101s or whatever, and they've got a strap around it and it says what it is. So I asked if they needed notice if I wanted to withdraw that money. So they said yes. And I said, well, I just need one roll. Or she said, do you just need one? And I said, well, I'll take as many as you give me, sort of jokingly. And she goes, oh, no, we can't do that. You've got to have money in your account. And I was like, yes, that's right. And then a little later, I got the idea, which not quite brilliant, but I could, because in the movie, there's 50 packets of this money because it adds up to a certain amount of money, which you'll know when you see the film. And so I thought I'd just get a bunch of paper and cut it exactly right, which I think I'm going to. But also I realized that I could get a bunch of $1 bills. And then I think if we fan them right, if you flipped them through them right, then no one would see that they weren't 20s. You would just see sort of that green, the white on the edge. So I might get a couple, I got to think about that, get a few packs of ones just so we can show that there's not just one packet and the rest of the thing is just fake. So I still got to work on that. I got a SSD, solid state drive, 4 terabytes, which according to calculations done by Grok, somewhat by myself also, that should be enough for all of the files. It doesn't seem like it will be, but 4 terabytes is quite a bit. So the plan is to record on this CFast card, which holds 500 gigs. So whenever we need to, we'll have a laptop there and we will have the solid state drive plugged into it. And then we will copy over the files. Once they get on there, the question is, do we immediately delete them off the CFast card? Probably not. Wouldn't be smart. So I'll probably bring just a good old-fashioned external hard drive and then copy the files from the solid state drive onto the hard drive. And so I'll have 2 sets of files, and at that point it would be safe to delete them for sure. But if we're shooting and the card's almost full, we're going to have to delete them anyways. Although I do have a second CFast card that is not, it works, but it's kind of weird because sometimes the first 3 or 4 times you press it, it only records 3 or 4 seconds because I don't think the write speed is as fast as it needs to be. But then after a while, it seems to work fine. So that'll be the backup card. And then I've got to check on this safe that I need to get. As soon as I get done recording this vlog, I'm going to go on Home Depot's Don't Tell Them This. I'm going to go on their website and check and see what the return policy is. I decided I'm going to do T-shirts. I don't know if that was my idea or if someone else had the idea. Can't remember. But I think we've got enough in the budget to get T-shirts. So I've asked the cast and crew what their shirt size is. And when I get those, I will show them to you. I haven't ordered them yet. I've got to order them probably tomorrow. But I told the cast or the crew that they have to be there at least 3 days to qualify because I don't want someone showing up for a day and saying, hey, where's my T-shirt? Checking on wardrobe with some different cast members. When I went through the script yesterday, I think I was doing some shot sheets, not really shot sheets. I was doing storyboarding, and then I was reading through the script and I was doing the shooting schedule. And I saw a couple scenes that we were doing on 2 different days, but in reality, even though they don't all have the same people in them, they are like scene 23, 24, 25, and I had 23 and 25 shooting on one day and 24 on another, but we were in the exact same location, and I realized that one of the characters would probably be in the background. So I found 3 or 4 of those, and I've switched them around to hopefully make that work. I found a continuity error in the script where it appears to be night, and they talk about going outside, which they wouldn't at night because they wouldn't. And so I quickly did a little rewrite, and I won't bore you with the details, but it's just, you get all these moving parts. It's like those plates you have to spin on the poles to keep in the air. And just when you think you've got something all figured out in that plate, you can just leave it. It does not turn out that way. And it is extremely, like I said, I think every night, 2 hours, 3 hours working on this, plus the weekends. Not complaining, just saying. What else has been going on? Script stuff. Getting crew, one of the guys early who said that he was all excited, all hyped up, LCC student, Lansing Community College, and he finally sort of bared his soul and said, hey, I'm too busy, I can't, I should have told you earlier. So I didn't give him a big lecture about life lessons, but hopefully he learned that the sooner you tell someone, the better, even if it's bad news. I haven't checked the crew email today, but hopefully there's no more debacles. We are going to be thin a couple days, like maybe 3 or 4 crew, where I would like to have like 6 or 7. So that will be interesting. Any other props? I think, I did print out a couple more pictures. I got to print out a couple more. I've got a printer right here off camera. And when you put slick photo paper in it, between the thickness and the slickness, say that 5 times fast, thickness and slickness, it doesn't always grab it. And so you get misprints and it's super annoying. So I've got to still print out some more pictures. They look pretty good, I have to say. They're right over there. I'm not gonna take the 2 steps that it would take me to get to them. And I'm aging the swing that we use. Just all kinds of stuff. And I got more stuff to do. And I've almost up to my limit of 10 minutes, which I just now self-imposed. It still seems grainy. Maybe it's just the light. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for listening. Let a friend know about this if they're interested in micro-budget filmmaking. And there's always stuff that I leave out, but I'll try to catch up next time. Until then, I won't do my usual sound sign-off because the more I think about it, the sillier it gets. See you soon.